growing up as a kid, when you get on the Gardner there and you see it, and it's like you just know it's going to be a fun day. Markham kind of shaped me, right? My home diamond was Milliken Mills, you know, right down the road, so they had all the ball diamonds there.
Basically, we just we signed him up T-ball, 5 years old, and he also played hockey from a very young age.
As soon as Toronto was awarded the team, that's when I became a Blue Jay fan. I remember the Bleacher Creature exhibition stadium. For $2 you can get a seat, and that was hooked.
We went to, you know, tons of games. I think I was probably 7, 8, 9, 10, like somewhere in that range, and we were watching the game, and I was like, hey Mom, like, do you think we could like get on the field somehow?
Oh yeah, that was a big deal.
It turned out it was like run the bases night, so after the game, you know, or we went on down, me, Chris, Mom and Dad, we went down, we got to run the bases, and I felt like the coolest kid for weeks at school. I was telling him, I was showing him like pictures, hey, I got on the field, you know, so.
Yeah, he was talking about it on the drive home. He was talking about it the next day with his friends. It was a big deal to him. It was grade 10, I guess, and he was supposed to pick his courses, and they said, okay, well, Jordan, you know, you should pick the courses that you feel, you know, are going to help you out, you know, with your career. And they said, what is it that you want to do? And he said, I'm going to be a professional baseball player. So they said, okay, well, you know, no, what you're really going to do with your life, I think that you should pick courses. And he says, well, I'm going to be a professional baseball player. And so finally I just said to the principal, I said, don't bother. I said, he wants to be a professional baseball player. I said, so just let him pick the courses he wants to pick.
We heard his name, and you know, just pandemonium in the office. Like, we just erupted in cheers. And it's Toronto. Yeah, that was priceless.
It's just kind of surreal getting, you know, watching your brother get drafted by a team you grew up cheering for. You're just like so happy for him.
It was kind of unique because I went to junior college first, and I could barely get on the field. You know, I was one of the worst players on the team. I think I threw 9 innings my freshman year, pitched really bad. Sophomore year, kind of the same, you know, could barely get on the field. So I kind of went from being, you know, I didn't think baseball was going to be an option, you know, post-college to, hey, like, we got a shot.
My co-worker and I, we were driving down the Don Valley Parkway, and Jordan calls, and he says, Dad, what are you doing tomorrow night? I says, well, I don't know, probably watch the Blue Jay game. And he says, well, I forget exactly what he said, but he said, you want to go to Baltimore? I go, no way.
Jordan Romano from Markham, Ontario, jogging into this ball game. This will be his major league debut here in Baltimore.
And here's his full count pitch to Pedro Severino. It is strike 3 call.
There is a mantle in Markham that's already got space cleared for that souvenir.
Honestly, just something you can't really believe. You know what I mean? Just kind of one of those things that's just like, wow. You know, then you actually see him on TV, and it's just like, you know, it's bananas. Like, it's just, that's so cool, you know?
Well, this is quite the story. One that will lead Jordan Romano all the way back home. The 26-year-old from Markham, Ontario is making his long-awaited first appearance back home.
Well, he's been waiting his whole life for this.
That was my first memory of, like, Blue Jays, was getting to go on that field. When I kind of stepped on the field the first time as, you know, a big leaguer, that was kind of, it brought back those memories. Like, I remember, like, hey, like, I really wanted to be on the field, and now I could do it, you know, for real.
Cool stuff for the kid from Markham here, coming on with a 1-run lead, one of the best closers in baseball. Got, you know, his own entrance on the scoreboard, his own music, and boy, does that get him fired up here with the Rogers Center.
It's pretty cool, especially the light show that they got for him. Just seeing like the love that he gets from the fans.
It's surreal to see that. Like, homegrown kid here playing for his home team.
There's a little added pressure, you know, being from here. You really grow to love it.
It is incredible. It is incredible. Not only that he's playing in the majors, but playing for the team that you grew up cheering for. You can't get any better.
I think I could, you know, pitch anywhere, but I think Toronto makes it special. Like, I don't know if I could be as good anywhere else.